As the river Tethys carried their ship through another portal, Raoul, Aeneas, and Betik found themselves in a world that defied imagination. Crystalline trees stretched toward twin purple suns, their transparent branches creating rainbow refractions that danced across the violet grass beneath. The air itself seemed to sing with a faint melodic hum. While exploring this ethereal landscape, they encountered a group of indigenous beings who communicated through light patterns in their translucent bodies. Aeneas, displaying her growing abilities, managed to establish a connection with these beings, learning of an ancient prophecy that spoke of a bridge between worlds. However, their peaceful exploration was cut short when they detected energy signatures matching Pax vessels entering the system. Their next destination revealed a world where entire cities drifted through the clouds like massive soap bubbles. The inhabitants had evolved to harness the planet's unique atmospheric properties, creating a civilization that existed entirely in the sky. Betik's knowledge of ancient engineering proved invaluable as they navigated the intricate network of anti-gravity platforms connecting these aerial metropolises. During their stay, Aeneas began experiencing intense visions, each one revealing more about her connection to the mysterious void which binds. Meanwhile, Raoul discovered troubling evidence that the Pax had already visited this world, leaving behind subtle but unmistakable signs of their influence. The third world held perhaps the most unsettling discovery yet. Beneath its seemingly barren surface lay a vast network of caves where reality itself seemed to blur. The walls whispered ancient secrets, and time moved differently in each chamber. Here, Aeneas faced her first real test as a teacher, guiding Raoul through the metaphysical principles that would later become crucial to their mission. Betik uncovered ancient markings that suggested a connection between these caves and the time tombs on Hyperion. As they delved deeper into the cave system, they encountered evidence of other travelers who had passed through, some recently. The chapter ends with the haunting discovery of a Pax communicator, still active, its signal pulsing rhythmically in the darkness. As dawn broke over the crystalline spires of Hyperion's abandoned cities, Aeneas stood motionless before a towering arch of ancient marble. Her fingers traced invisible patterns in the air, while Raoul watched in amazement as the stone seemed to ripple like water beneath her touch. Betik maintained his vigilant watch nearby, his blue skin reflecting the morning light. "The buildings speak," she whispered. "They've always spoken, but few could hear." That morning, she began teaching Raoul about the language of architecture, not just the physical principles, but the spiritual resonance that connected all constructed things across space and time. As she worked, small fragments of stone began to float and reassemble themselves, forming intricate patterns that defied gravity. The display attracted unwanted attention, and in the distance, the telltale glint of Pax surveillance drones forced them to retreat into the shadows of the ancient metropolis. Within the safety of an abandoned cathedral, Aeneas revealed more of her growing abilities. The vast chamber became their classroom, where shadows danced at her command and ancient stone whispered secrets of civilizations long past. Raoul found himself mesmerized as she demonstrated how the old Earth architects had encoded mathematical truths into their greatest works. Betik documented everything with his characteristic precision, though even his calm demeanor showed cracks of wonder when Aeneas caused a miniature version of the cathedral to materialize from pure light. Their session was interrupted by a distant explosion. The Pax forces were getting closer. But before they fled, Aeneas left her signature, a perfect crystalline flower growing from the cathedral floor, its petals containing formulae that would take scholars years to decipher. The toll of Aenea's growing abilities became evident as they made their way through the underground tunnels beneath the city. Her face had grown pale, and Raoul noticed how she leaned against the walls for support more frequently. The architecture lessons were changing her, consuming her energy in ways that worried both her companions. Abetic's medical sensors revealed disturbing readings, but Aenea refused to slow down. "Time is running short," she insisted, her voice echoing through the ancient passages. As they emerged into a vast underground chamber, she demonstrated her most impressive feat yet, reconstructing an entire fallen temple from its scattered ruins. The display was magnificent, but as the last stone settled into place, Aenea collapsed. Raoul caught her before she hit the ground, and in that moment of vulnerability, she whispered something that made his blood run cold. "They're coming, and next time they'll bring the Shrike." The glowing twilight bathed the ancient maze in hues of gold and amber. A resilient wanderer with weathered skin and eyes that held the depth of countless stars stood at the entrance of the labyrinth. Beside him, a serene young girl with cascading dark hair and eyes that sparkled with wisdom beyond her years gazed into the winding passages ahead. A silent companion, tall and graceful with metallic skin that shimmered softly and eyes reflecting the universe, stood by their side. The air was thick with whispers, soft echoes carried by the wind, hinting at secrets buried deep within the maze. As they stepped forward, the labyrinth seemed to breathe and shift around them, the walls adorned with ancient symbols that glowed faintly. The path twisted and turned unpredictably, leading them deeper into mystery. Suddenly, a fleeting shadow darted across their path. The wanderer exchanged a guarded glance with the girl, both sensing an unseen presence watching from the depths. The maze was alive, and they were not alone on this journey. Venturing deeper, the labyrinth transformed around them. The walls shifted from cold stone to living constructs, pulsating with ethereal light. The young girl paused, her fingers gently tracing the luminescent patterns that danced across the surface. Visions flickered before her eyes, fragments of forgotten histories and melodies of distant galaxies. The silent companion tilted its head, processing the influx of data, its eyes flickering with myriad constellations. The wanderer felt a strange familiarity, as if he had walked these paths in dreamscapes long ago. A low hum filled the air, growing louder as they approached a vast chamber where time seemed to converge. Floating orbs illuminated murals depicting events unrecorded by any known civilization. Realization dawned. The maze was a repository of collective memory, and they were entwined in its narrative. Suddenly, the ground trembled, and walls began to shift threateningly. They needed to decipher the maze's secrets before it was too late. But the echoes of the past were both a guide and a warning. At last, they reached the labyrinth's core, a place where the fabric of reality was thin and the veil between worlds lifted. Above them stretched an endless cosmos, stars swirling in otherworldly patterns despite the enclosure of the maze. In the center floated an intricate crystalline structure, emitting a soothing yet powerful energy. The young girl stepped forward, her presence causing the structure to resonate, lights intensifying in response. The wanderer attempted to follow, but an invisible force held him back. Their silent companion analyzed the phenomenon, its eyes cascading with complex data streams. From the shadows emerged a guardian, a being of pure light, with features ever-changing, eyes like twin supernovas. It spoke without words, its thoughts melding with theirs, presenting riddles and choices laden with consequences. The destiny of not just themselves, but of countless worlds hinged on their actions within this chamber. As time seemed to both halt and accelerate, they prepared to confront the ultimate enigma. Uncertain of what sacrifices might be required to transcend the labyrinth's final challenge, Raoul, Endymion, and Aeneas stood on the deck of their vessel as it glided silently through the luminescent mist of an uncharted world. The stars above shimmered like 1,000 diamonds, casting a gentle glow on the tranquil waters. Aeneas' eyes reflected the cosmos, her gaze filled with wonder and a hint of something deeper. "Raoul," she whispered, "do you ever feel like the universe is speaking to us?" He turned to her, a soft smile playing on his lips. "Every moment with you feels like a conversation with the stars." The air between them was electric, charged with unspoken feelings. As the night unfolded, they shared stories and dreams, their souls weaving together in the tapestry of the cosmos. The warmth of the morning sun bathed the landscape in golden hues as they ventured into the lush forests of the planet. Strange flora bloomed around them, petals humming with unseen energy. Aeneas led the way, her movements fluid and purposeful. "There's something I need to show you," she said cryptically. Deep within the forest, they came upon ancient ruins pulsating with mysterious energy. As they explored, Raoul felt a sudden chill. Shadows loomed, and the ground trembled. "We need to leave," he urged, sensing danger. But before they could escape, a distorted figure emerged from the darkness, its intentions unclear. The air crackled with tension as they prepared to confront the unknown threat. Night fell, and twin moons rose high, casting an otherworldly light over the landscape. The mysterious figure revealed itself as a guardian, testing their resolve. Aeneas stepped forward, understanding the unspoken challenge. "It's okay, Raoul," she assured him softly. "This is necessary." As she engaged with the guardian, through a mesmerizing dance of light and energy, Raoul watched with a mix of awe and fear. Suddenly, the ground split open, and a torrent of energy surged forth. Aeneas collapsed, the ritual draining her strength. "No!" Raoul shouted, rushing to her side. Cradling her in his arms, he realized the depth of his feelings. The chapter ended with Raoul vowing to protect Aeneas at all costs, unaware of the greater trials yet to come.
Thank you for venturing into this realm with me. If you crave more enchanted worlds, mythical battles, and secrets whispered from ancient pages, join the Guild of Storybound Explorers. Subscribe now and ring the bell to unlock every new quest the moment it drops. The next chapter awaits. Will you answer the call?